And welcome back to Skylanders Soccer. Who's going to win? And why does the ball look like it's about to explode? Wisdom. Why did the ball look like it was about to explode and then it exploded?
Because it's Kickoff Countdown.
Oh!
Hey everybody, I want to Wisdom here with
The Walkthrough King.
This is, of course, Kickoff Countdown. He was released last Sunday at Toys R Us, or this past Sunday the 18th, 6 days ago, whatever you need to call it. Toys R Us was the first to get him. He's already appeared at Walmart and several other stores. Should be making his way across. The official time frame for him at non-Toys R Us stores is, of course, basically this coming week. So if you don't have a Toys R Us near you, be on the lookout for them. Right now, Walmart's your best bet. Should be readily available everywhere after that. The good news is, ran up, did my errands last night. It's been a really hectic, really busy week. Plenty of Kickoff Countdowns were still on the shelf, but I had, all the official images and news and everything on this guy early. However, I didn't want to make the video or make a post on the site about it for the simple fact I was afraid my nephew would see it. I'd known about this guy since the game's release date. Again, the 3DS, you basically have a little character archive you can go through. Didn't want to tell him about it because I wanted it to be a surprise. As is, it turned out awesome. His soccer season wrapped up this past Saturday, and then, of course, Kickoff Countdown comes out the next day, so worked out really, really well. That said, we were so busy that I couldn't ever get a chance to unbox him with my nephew until now. But that said, it was worth the wait. I've got his character introduction up on YouTube, did that last night. You can check it out. But again, this is Kickoff Countdown. He is like Countdown, but obviously he has got what kind of a theme going on?
Soccer.
That is correct. And what is soccer?
A sport?
Yeah, it's your favorite sport, right?
It's also football for those of you that don't live in the U.S. I'm smart.
Yeah, there you go. But it gets unique packaging. You get, obviously, the alt deco, if you will, on the figure itself. Separate nameplate. He is an in-game variant. What do I mean by that? When I put him on the portal, what is this guy going to look like?
He's going to look like a soccer ball or
That is
football.
correct. Yeah, so whatever country of origin you're in, he actually looks just like the character, which is super cool. Again, you can see that in the introduction, which is already up. Very, very impressed with the way he looks. You can't tell in this artwork. It just looks like black, but he actually has blue around the eyes. That makes him stand out better in the game. So it's not on the figure, but it is in the game. Something else of note, he also they did his feet too, which was a nice touch, I thought. Kickoff Countdown, what is his slogan?
I'm the bomb!
That's correct.
That's like the most awesome slogan ever.
Yeah. There's an inset of him again right there. That kind of tips you off. He's an in-game variant. If you didn't know, he appears like a soccer ball. So, featured characters right there from the tech element. We got Series 3, Big Bang Trigger Happy. What series is Heavy Duty Sprocket?
Series 3?
No. She appeared in Giants.
Oh, Series 2.
There you go.
Sorry.
And then Wind Up and Countdown. What do those two have in common? Aside from being tech elements. Do you remember them in the past?
They're both from Swap Force?
That's right. They're both brand new. So those are our Swap Force Newlanders from the tech element. Wind Up, you got to go through Shipwreck Island to get him. Even though it made more sense to put him in Tower of Time, that's another story. Kickoff Countdown, though, as my nephew mentioned, brand new for Swap Force, therefore he's not backward compatible. However, when the epicness that is Trap Team comes out, your Kickoff Countdown will work just fine.
Yay!
Exactly. We can play with him for a long time. Now, I've already started that new guy in this one, actually. On the introduction, I started on a couple of his quests. I played with him when I went through Nightmare Mode, Chapter 2 last night. But story, I kind of did it on the fly last night, edited his biography in the game. While I spin this guy around for you, Kickoff Countdown was discovered by a group of Yetis who were playing soccer one particularly chilly morning when they came across a big soccer ball bomb encased in ice. After bringing the big soccer ball bomb back to their cabin, they were shocked when it actually came to life. No one, not even Kickoff Countdown himself, has any memory of where he came from or how he ended up frozen in the soccer field in the mountains. Since Kickoff Countdown became a Skylander, Coach Eon has been graciously trying to help him piece together fragments of his past, including his championship run in the late 80s and early 90s. But this has proven difficult as Kickoff Countdown loses some of his memory every time he explodes or heads a soccer ball, which happens a lot. In the meantime, Countdown has enjoyed working with Coach Eon and fighting alongside the Skylanders to defend their world against evil and help them win all of the soccer matches, even though he occasionally forgets what he is doing. So, there you have it, the One of Wisdom special. Totally did this one on the fly, too. In the comments section, let me know if you preferred the 4 a.m. kickoff countdown in-game bio, or if you prefer the 4 p.m. Next day version here. So that's it. Interesting notes. His label is not taped. That is huge for collectors. That way you don't even have to cut it. I know a lot of you cut this out, you know, for your storage and everything. So keep that in mind.
I have a version of it.
Okay.
Kickoff Countdown was discovered by a group of Yetis who were playing soccer. Okay, I think it would be the same as yours.
Okay, it's kind of, there's only so many ways you can spin that, you know, with a soccer ball involved. Now, what you get is the figure. True. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. Stat card right here, obviously Kickoff Countdown showcased very nicely. Again, I am really fond of this in-game variant.
And yes, I am from America, so.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that for all of you that aren't from America.
Power or strength, 115 out of 200. Defense or armor, 90 of 200. Agility or speed, 60 of 200. Luck, 45 of 200. Add all of that up, and what in the world do we have? 115 and 45. That's going to be 160. Plus 60 is going to be 220. Plus 90 is going to be 310. What's 200 times 4?
Okay, 200. 800.
That's right, so 310 out of 800.
Our videos are educational.
Exactly. As you can see, my hands are here. I don't have a calculator. So, behind the stat card, we have the sticker sheet. You've got your separate deal. Again, a lot of you use, you know, Stanley cases, your Power Ace. Yep. That's my preferred method. But you can use that on your storage cases, poster boards, collector posters, whatever it may be. There's a nameplate. Down below there is a web code for your Android and iOS applications. Now,
you used your hands.
I have to.
In soccer, you can't use your hands.
Oh, I didn't touch the ball. See? Chew on that. But anyway, why don't you come over here? I want you to tell everybody his base stats real quick.
Okay. These are the ones that aren't accurate, right?
No. These are accurate. It's the stat card that's kind of skewed over.
Maximum health, 290. Speed, 43. That's an odd number. Armor, 12. Critical hit, 8. Elemental power, 25.
There you go. Now I need you to do me another favor. On the Power A stackable tackle box, the green one, I have the 2 other countdowns. They're sitting there right above the boxed scratch.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's helpful having someone here. If I was by myself, I would have either had to awkwardly leave and run over to that, or I would have had to pause the video and then edit it out. But nonetheless, I want to take a look at Kickoff Countdown here. Of course, in-game, if you watch his character introduction, you will see the soccer hat. That thing has crazy, ridiculous stats. I cover it in that video, but it basically looks like an antenna topper. It's like right behind the fuse. It's got just a little soccer ball. What I like, obviously, alright, ever so fittingly, right as I say how nice it was to have my nephew here because he could run and get those other 2 countdowns. I was telling you I liked how he looked like a soccer ball, and then the batteries died, so it would have ended anyway. But didn't know that at the time. But right here, again, what I like, they did a really, really good job. I mean, that legitimately looks like a soccer ball. The black and white is the classic colors. I know now you got like blue and greens and reds and everything like that. Something else I appreciate, again, in the game, there will be blue in the eyes, I think you'll like, but the teeth are white, and then on the tongue, instead of keeping it red or something like that, it's blacked out. It just looks really good. It's almost like he is a soccer ball bomb, which is obviously what he is, so he did a great job there. Other thing of note down here, you know, you've got the same colors here, you know, like the copper tones and the blue. The back is still kind of like that galvanized or steel look. The rocket hands are the same. He's got the medallion. They could have done a soccer ball pattern there, but I think it would have come out looking bad.
Like a soccer medal?
Yeah, a soccer medal would have been cool, like my nephew said. Something I do appreciate, though, it kind of washes out with the base, but you can pick up on the black. These are where his shoes usually are, which granted they're like the gold color of the Rockets. But that makes it look like, you know, kind of like shin pads and cleats to me.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They did a really good job on this guy.
I rate the design 8 out of 10. The biggest
8 out of 10?
The biggest downfall is that.
You would have preferred that to have been customized somehow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like to look like the rest of us.
Speaking of that, in my left hand is Kickoff Countdown, in my right hand is Countdown. Now, you'll note the clock here has trim. They totally could have trimmed that in black and then made the silver face white. I think that would have been a nice touch. But you can see what they did differently there on the shoes, the shin pads, the cleats, if you will.
I actually like their designs both a lot.
Yeah,
I might like him slightly better, even though he's a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Like if it was a blue soccer ball, I might like this guy.
Yeah, now, speaking of that, you could custom paint Kickoff Countdown to be blue, green, pink. They make some really cool soccer balls now. Well, for the girls out there, purple, red, whatever floats your boat. But as you can see, I mean, it's basically just a repaint of this guy. Coming around to the back side, you can see the similarities there. The galvanized part, the belt. Note that it's blue on this one. They actually did trim that in gold, so I guess that counts for something. That said, that's not all. We have a third Countdown figure, even though this is his first appearance. And which one is that? I don't even know if people can hear you from over there.
Yeah, probably.
But what is our third Countdown in this game?
Lightcore.
That's correct. Here's Lightcore Countdown. He's on fire. He's about to pop. Well, he's basically, I think he's about to launch his head off. So that kind of gives the illusion of that, and then obviously that's what lights up. But got 3, granted it's a little repetitive, given there's only 2 paths. The third one's kind of the odd man out. But the way I look at it, he's a really cool character. I think both of his paths ought to be pretty good. And then my nephew's doing something funny over there. Slightly different appearance here. Again, some people like the Lightcore, some don't. Kickoff's out now. Obviously, if you're a huge fan, you can come in. You already have these 2, and then you can keep your Kickoff Countdown sealed. You can unbox them, whatever you want to do. But it's pretty sweet because we've got all 3 of these together. I don't know what is going on with my nephew.
I'm laughing.
Okay, come back in here. We need you for the finale.
Yay!
But,
finale.
That is basically it. He reads at Toys R Us, $10.99. Currently, right now, there's still time for you to run out there, get them on the buy one, get one 50% sale, which they usually do 40%, so I guess it's kind of a big deal. Starter packs, by the way, are like $32.49 there, something weird like that, so that's also a great price, particularly if you've been one of the ones that wanted a second Blast Zone or Washbuckler. Maybe you were bummed out you didn't get the Dark Edition, like I told you you should, because I knew you'd regret it.
Yeah.
But, it's just one of those deals. This is a really good time to do it. That's a super low price. That includes the game, the portal, and you'll have, your doubles for those figures if you're big fans of them. In honesty, if they were single packs, they'd be $16.99 at Toys R Us, $15 everywhere else. You're basically paying $2 for another figure, the Portal of Power, and the game. So pretty sweet setup there in case you didn't know. That said, if you don't have a Toys R Us near you, he should be hitting other stores this coming week if he's not already there. Looks awesome in my opinion.
Yep.
I would advise picking him up, even if you just keep him sealed. But for those of you that already have these 2, regular Countdown and Lightcore, then you can come in, you can keep this guy sealed, upgrade him down your preferred path. That's what I'll do. I'll take these 2 down his base paths, and then whichever path I like better will be awarded to Kickoff Countdown because he's cool. But that said, again, I apologize not getting the news out on this guy to you sooner. I could have done it, I just didn't want my nephew to know about it. I wanted it to be a surprise. And overall, he was pretty surprised. And more importantly, he's a pretty awesome looking Skylander, don't you think? You going to play with him a lot?
I guess.
Yeah. So I think he'll grow on him once he sees him in game and everything. But that said, this is Kickoff Countdown, $9.99, $10.99, give or take a few. Should be hitting other retailers. I'll have a link in the video description. It will take you to a post dedicated to Kickoff Countdown. It'll have all the information, pictures with the trio of countdowns, the other tech elements, Skylanders. I'll go ahead, I'll have the unboxing video embedded there with you, as well as his introduction, since it's already up. Past that, he will be upgraded fairly soon. I got his Soul Gem last night. I bypassed it in Cascade Glade, took care of that on Nightmare mode. So that said, I guess we will end it here. Again, this is Countdown, and the Kickoff Countdown in-game variant. He will appear like this in the game. Can't stress that enough. Anything you want to say?
Are we gonna find another ball for Skylanders soccer soon?
Maybe. It depends if it's going to blow up or not. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my nephew's channel, which is...
The Walkthrough King.
That's right. He's got a blog, thewalkthroughking.blogspot.com. Make sure you're subscribed here as well. That will keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. And as Kickoff Countdown would say...